I don't know. Seriously, this is just deja vu now.
Get ready for the next one.
Hey guys, welcome to Spacies Arcade. I'm on the friggin' road again, doing another pickup, and I just give up now, guys. I'm not even. I've said this before. I've got problems. I've got problems. This pickup is an absolute whirlwind. I was sitting around today, and I had no intention to be on the road this evening picking up another cab. None. Zero. I haven't even thought about picking up another cab, guys, since the last one. I mean, the Hyper Olympic. What is going on? I'm just having deja vu, talking to myself, going crazy here, guys. You know what's coming. Backstory, and this is going to be a quick backstory, because it literally just happened hours ago. It's just, I still can't. This is just mental. So, of course, searching through Gumtree. I mean, this is the problem, guys. I'm still searching through Gumtree. Why am I doing that? Why am I looking? If I'm not buying, there should be no reason for me to be thumbing through Gumtree every couple of hours. Looking through Gumtree, found a couple of interesting items. One, in fact, was what was it? Cruising World. Actually, a couple of Cruising Worlds came up pretty cheap. So I actually let good mate Cal know, and he's actually in the car here.
G'day.
With me. It's the secret voice of Cal, guys. But he's with me, so he's my partner in crime, and I don't know who's worth him or me. I just think the combination of the two of us just causes shit to happen. So anyway, I passed this info on to him because I actually really miss my Cruising Worlds. Actually, I mean, not really, but it was a good game, and it was a really good trade to trade the two that I had, obviously, for the sit down outrun. But it would be nice to maybe have one of those cabs back. And he had an American version as well as the LAI one. And I was quite keen on perhaps getting the American version this time. Although I do admit, guys, that those LAI ones, even though they looked a bit weird initially, they sort of grew on me. They were actually very well architected and put together for an LAI cab, I thought. Anyway, so we had a bit of back and forth about those cabs, and it wasn't really Cal's thing, and seriously, I was like, no, I can't. I've got a trailer, I've got to get there, you know, even just to get the other one, because the guy was selling them separately. Now, good price. And guys, I didn't get it. And look, how about that? Look at me go. Not picking up a bargain. And proud of myself. So but on the way through, I saw this other ad, guys, for a twin setup of some pretty nice twin machines, and I also flicked that through to Cal, and I said to him, this is actually a pretty good price for these two. Not again really thinking that I wanted them, but I know Cal's pretty keen on this particular machine, so I flicked it through anyway, guys, and we did a little bit backwards and forwards on it, and we were like, yeah, that's pretty good, eh? Like, pretty good price for that. But really, we were like, nah, it would have to be a lot lower, really, if, you know, to be interested. We thought, it's not going to come down that low, you know, really, for those sort of machines. So we let that go. And then today, we're having a little bit of a chat and online, and Cal sends through an update. The price has been dropped. It's been dropped a little bit, But even at this price, it was starting to look really attractive, guys. And then it dawned on me, and I'm sure it probably dawned on Cal as well, that these machines, this is a unique situation, guys. This is a pair of machines. Now, because it's a pair, you're probably cottoning on what type of machines these are. There's different versions of pairs, but most pairs tend to be driving machines, guys. So yes, it is a set of driving machines, and these particular ones though are ones that you can split. It's an excellent game to play on its own. It's cool to join them up and play network play and race against each other, but it's not like Daytona, guys. Like if you get a twin Daytona, you just don't separate them. You know, they're Siamese twins as far as I'm concerned. Daytonas, if you've got a twin, keep them together. If you've got a single one, go buy another, right? So, we've talked about this before. Daytona's still a good game on its own, but yeah, the twin is awesome. So anyway, with this game, guys, it was the option to have one each, which means half the price of what he was asking was the first thing that we shot across to each other. But then we said, nah, it's got to be lower to do the deal. So it happened. And Cal's here, so he can interject if he thinks this is not right. But I swear, the decision to buy this machine, how many seconds? How many seconds was it, Cal? It was seconds. It was back and forth. It was like, you have half. Yeah, I can do half. Yeah, I'd love that machine. Yeah, no, I can do it. Here's the price. Here's the other price. Should we do it? Yeah, let's do it. Call him. Should I? Yes, do it. It's like, what? What are we doing? What are we doing? Anyway, of course, the guy would still have to accept at this rather low price for these machines. And let's just announce what they are right now. I've kept you in suspense long enough, guys. And we're talking about two twin OutRun 2 machines. OutRun 2! Now, you guys would know that I can actually play OutRun 2 on the PS3 in my Grand Champ cab, and that's a pretty good setup. And guys, if you want to play OutRun 2 and you're unable to pick up an OutRun 2 machine, that is a really good substitute. I can absolutely vouch for that. However, having the real arcade, the real deal, is awesome. Having that also out the front in replacement of one of the other machines out there, and we'll look at that another time, provides people with the ability to just jump on it and do it. Whereas the PS3 is pretty easy to set up, but that VIP lounge, guys, is starting to change its shape and flavour, and this sort of plays into that change of flavour. So yeah, guys, we agreed that we should buy one each, and they'll be cool singles. Cal loves this game. It's perfect for him. He hasn't got a sit-down driver, unless you want to call the Star Wars a sit-down driver. It's a sit-down flyer, really. So that really suits his setup as well as mine. And one day, I don't know, maybe we'll just have a big session and combine all our machines together, and we can have dual outruns. And oh man, just imagine all those machines together. That'd be crazy. So guys, anyway, that's it. So we are going to pick these machines up. Now, we've been pretty careful to make sure that these aren't Chinese copies. The guy actually put in his ad specifically that they are Japan and the real deal, so we need to go over them with a bit of a fine-tooth comb. As long as all that balances out, then we should be picking them up. And unless something goes south, we may not do the deal. But I guess if you're watching this, we probably have. So anyway, let's get on to the rest of this drive. Enough of this talking. We're picking up, the guy has actually got a lift truck, and so he's actually, as part of the deal, is going to drop one machine at my place and one machine at Cal. So that's ideal, because again, that would have been a huge problem after moving the Daytonas last time and doing it in 2 trips on the trailer, and they're pretty heavy. It's almost like the deal was just too easy. It's just like the price was great. It suits Cal and me. The guy did agree, of course, to the low price. and here we are. We're on the road in a matter of hours of all this happening. So yeah, I don't know, guys. It's happening more and more rapidly. That even today, I was just in a complete tailspin. I'm here now. It's like earlier on, I was eating a cheese sandwich, and now I'm driving to pick up a car, another car game, and I don't know, guys. I don't know what's happening. It's almost like someone else is controlling my life. I'm not in control anymore. And that's probably a bad thing. If I went to a psychologist and explained that situation, they would probably commit me or give me some sort of drugs to take. I don't know. But guys, anyway, regardless, for now, let's focus on this, get this thing home, and we can talk about my psychological state another day. Let's get on the road. Well, we are on the road. Let's finish this drive to get there, take a cruise, and get these things delivered. Let's go. OutRun. OutRun 2. It's pretty special to have both. But of course, he's got both and I have both. Now that pickup, guys, was the easiest pickup we've done since, and certainly I've done, in relation to these two big bad boys, which are about the size of a Daytona each. And so having that truck and getting it, you know, professionally moved was actually quite relaxing considering the size of the machine. And it wasn't too bad. Cal got this machine in himself actually into his house. I didn't. I used the boys to help me, but anyway. So I've got mine at home, guys, and we've got Cal's in here. You can hear the good old demo music of OutRun happening in the background. We're going to take a look at mine when we get back to the arcade, and we'll get into some gameplay and stuff. What I thought we'd do is, while we're here at Cal's, let's have a look at the machine, because I've already got mine parked in next to the Daytonas. So I'll show you the sides. One of the interesting things about this was we had OutRun 2 artwork on there, and it was sort of advertised as OutRun 2, but it is OutRun 2 SP. So it is the Special Tours edition, and that's awesome because you can do the extra sequential tracks. You can select that in the BIOS, in the settings rather. But you know, there was some talk about the batteries failing and stuff, and we have actually gone through that already, guys, and worked out that the batteries do need a little bit of charging up, and over time, you know, they get a little bit of age into them and they don't hold the settings if you don't have the game on. So you've sort of got to have the game on every couple of days or so, and it keeps the battery up high. You get the game on for an hour or so and it sort of charges it back up. Clearly the new batteries would have been longer, but yeah, guys, we've sort of worked all that stuff out, and now it's all running and it's all sweet. One other thing that we'll see when we get back to the arcade is that I have also upgraded already the speaker system in it to a 2.1. So on Cal's at the moment you'll hear the original speakers, and I think we both pretty much concur that the original speakers aren't great, and I think one of Cal's is distorting. I think one of mine was as well. So got a little upgrade there, guys. We'll go through that back at the arcade, but first of all I want to show you through the cabinet itself. As I mentioned, this is the Special Tours version, and the artwork has changed on one side of the cabinet, and on Cal's actually on both sides he's got the updated artwork because it was an upgrade kit. But you can see that the main marquee still says the original OutRun 2, as opposed to you can actually get a change of that for the SP. But it's really tricky, guys, because this is a very specially formed marquee with its sort of artwork is on the inside of it. So it's not really easy to change, unfortunately, so we might have to just keep the OutRun 2. Anyway, enough of that. Let's have a look around the machine, and then let's head back to the arcade and have a game and talk some more about the upgrades. We'll go from there. Let's have a look. Okay, guys, as you can see, this is in immaculate condition. Both machines were in great condition when we picked them up. Cal's did have a little bit of a tear on the seat, but we found out that it wasn't so much a tear, it's just that the covering had come away, so he was able to glue that back in, which was good. Other than that though, if you look at it, like the plastics on the side are all beautiful. As I said, the 2S piece for the Special Tours, artwork on the side. Beautiful topper, I love this topper, it's so nice. But yeah, you're putting a bit of a feel for the speakers. They're just tinny, guys, they really are. Not great, but everything else here really, really nice. All this control panel, steering wheel's beautiful. It looks new. It looks new. Checker plate. I think Cal's looks better than mine. He's cleaned us up better than I have, but still, mine still came out pretty good. And both monitors on both machines were good. I had to adjust mine slightly. I've got slightly out of focus on mine. I can't quite dial it in, whereas Cal's one is really nice and sharp. Mine's not that far off, but it's just a little bit off. But both very, very nice monitors, guys. And look, you know, we set it in the car. The OutRun 2, it's just a great game on its own. You don't need a twin setup for this game. You know, that's where Games like Daytona shine, as we've said in the car as well. That's where you want the twins or the triples or the quads if you're that lucky. Imagine that. Oh, don't know anyone that would have 4 Daytonas. That would be just insane, wouldn't it? So yeah, OutRun really does work nicely as its own little game. So there we have it. That's Cal's machine, and we're going to see pretty much the same machine back at my place. So let's get over there now and let's hook in and talk a little bit about the changes I've done, and let's get on the road and play this game because I just love OutRun 2. We've got the original OutRun here. Of course, I've got the original OutRun at home as well, and they are 2 different games, but you know, they drive very differently. But wow, you know, all the right things got transferred from the original to number 2, and then it's just a whole new experience that you can really enjoy. So all right, enough talking guys, let's get back to the arcade. Alrighty, we are back in the arcade and we're out in the games room, and you can see that I've got the OutRun tool squeezed in here between the Daytonas, the twin Daytonas and the NBA Jam. Had to move the Championship Sprint out to get the OutRun 2 in, but it is a classic driver, of course, and well suited out here in the games room. It'd be nice. I mean, I had it, you know, set up with the PS3 in the VIP lounge before, so it was popular in there as well. But you know, it's a game you can just jump on, and like all the games out here in the game room area, it's fun for people, guys, as they come around. It's the perfect game to just hop on and have a blat. And of course, we've got the original OutRun out here as well, and having both of them, much like Cal has got both of them, we seem to have a bit of duplication on our games actually, but it's just because they're all the classics and everyone loves those classics, right? So it's not surprising. So look, I'll show you a little bit around my machine. As I said, it's very similar to Cal's. They're both in very much the same sort of quality. So yeah, the cabinet itself, really not much different. The overarching header, it's got a brighter bulb in it, guys. It's really bright. We actually checked the wattages, and Cal's was a lot less. I think his is about 8 watts or 10 watts. I think this is like 18 or something. It's too bright. So yeah, so we'll get that changed out, but that's really the only thing. The screen, as I said, was it's all the way on the pot. I've dialed it all the way up to get the highest level of focus, but it is still just a tad out in terms of focus, but it's pretty good. I'm being a bit fussy there. It's a really nice CRT screen seat, of course. So yeah, it's nicely set up, guys. Other than that, of course, I did talk about the speaker upgrade I did. So I used some Logitech Z337s. That's a 2.1 kit. And the sub just fits under the base. There's a lot of room there around the main unit, which is good. It's not like the Daytonas, they're absolutely packed full of boards, so it was good to see a bit of space in there. So yeah, so I got the sub in there, guys, and it just sounds so much better. The volume control is just down by the foot pedal. Probably just move that out the way a little bit more, and the 2 speakers just tucked in around the monitor. And it's a bit of a shame because the seats themselves also have spots for speakers, but Sega at some point obviously decided that they weren't going to put speakers in the seats anymore, unlike the original Daytonas. It was a bit of a shame, but you could probably retrofit some in there, which, you know, could be a project down the track. Alright guys, well listen, there's nothing much more to say about the cab itself. I do have the settings, got into the setup menu and enabled the back-to-back racing across all the tracks in one concurrent row, rather than switching between the different paths. So we have that option set up. So I think what we'll do is we'll go through the 3 different modes. We'll start off with the heart attack mode, then the time attack, and then we'll get into some just good old normal OutRun to finish off. And yeah, let's just get in there and have a blat. Alright guys, we are in the Testarossa, and we'll get straight into some heart attack mode. I'm in automatic. From this main view, by the way, you can hit view change and get other versions, the original 86 versions here, and so that's pretty cool. Swap between them two. Let's say keep your heart. You can do that for heart attack mode. So yeah, I'm on auto for this one, but people go to manual when we do the normal outrun mode. So what do we got to do here, guys? Well, we have to please our leading lady. Got to start by passing these cars. And this mode's quite kind of fun, you know, to do every so often. Kick it up a little bit. Oh shit. Wow. Warming up, boys and girls. Did get the AAA ranking there. Do a little bit of drifting around there. Drift some more. Here we go on the start. Yeah, we got a AAA on the drifting. Of course, you're still on a time mode here to carry on, so you've still got to do it with some reasonable speed when you do all these little challenges that your girlfriend here in the car wants you to do. Okay, don't crash. Well, I need to do a little bit better than I started. But come on, we've got to do a little bit of drifting in here. We'll try and get in between these guys. Whoa! Woo-hoo. Unbelievable. Only just. Okay, we've got to get the coins. Going Mario Brothers styles. So yeah, guys, I quite like this. This is a bit of something a bit different. You're so cool. I just love it. So cheesy, but so cool. And this is it, guys. It's just fun.
Special request.
All right. And some of these challenges can be a little bit difficult. I've got to keep on the blue here. What I like to do in this cab, guys, is the hit the blue cones. Oh, whoops. Whoa, come on. Hit that first one. What I like to do is a bit of two-foot racing here in this car, because the gotta pass these cars, because the brake pedal is really stiff, and it's good because you just tap it, and it's got such a strength to it that you just need to tap it to start the drift. And by doing that with your left foot and keeping your right foot firmly down on the accelerator, you can get it just feels really nice. Initially when I got the cab, I thought, what's wrong with the brake pedal? It's like solid. It felt like there was no giving it at all. And then I realized they must have designed that for exactly the reason that I'm saying. Just give it a quick pep, and then off we go. Okay, I've got to beat the car here. Come on. Too much drifting. Not enough driving. Come on. I'm way off the pace. Get there. Here we go. Come on. The grass. Oh, he's missed out. Whew. We're still in. Only a rank of A on that one. But yeah, I play this I played it a lot on the PS3, and it just doesn't get old. It's, I mean, in a way, Daytona doesn't get old either, but Daytona is completely different in terms of competitiveness and stuff. and just the beautiful graphics. I just love how they translated the original and just upped up the ante. And it's just perfect. It's absolutely the perfect sequel. You know, forget Turbo OutRun. This is the true sequel to the original, in my view. And amazingly, it doesn't drive like the original, which is so unusual. Normally you'd be wanting the next game and a sequel to behave better than the first, but similar to the first, but that's what the game's... Oh, God! Look at this! Look at the neck abuse here. Oh my God. Like, I mean, you know, that could be a massage. Wow. And that was right at the end, guys. Right at the end. It's just a lot of fun. It's huge fun. All right, well, we'll go from there. And should we do a different car? Go the Enzo.
Enzo Ferrari.
And we'll go to manual.
Transmission.
And we'll hit into time attack mode. And of course, yeah, the OutRun 15 continuous course mode is what we've got there, as well as the continuous time attack. We're going to go tuned. And yeah, like the 86 version is just kicking. It just kicks. Alright. So I'll admit, when I've been playing it on the PlayStation 3, I just thought, nah, keep it in auto. It's not. I didn't feel like it was a game that would be constantly in gears, because it's, you know, with its drift mechanics and stuff, it doesn't seem like that sort of game. But I think once you really use the gears well, and I don't think I am at the moment, I think it could just give you that extra time, especially when you're doing the time attack stuff. Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, it's still. I don't think it's a downshift to drift. It still use the brakes, but I mean some of the tracks later on do get pretty windy, so we'll go over to the hard side. See if we can leverage some of the gears a little bit more, because of course you do have to, you know, check your revs, and if you were trying to keep it at the fastest possible level. And I think it's just one of those things, it just gives it a little bit more challenge, which is not a bad thing. Off the pace here though. Look at these graphics, It's gorgeous. Whoops, I was actually looking down. I was looking down at my gears. There we go. You got a little rev limiter, shines pretty good there. So at the corner of my eye, actually, is really, that's what I should be looking for. But like that. We'll continue the hard direction. I think that's what you want to do at your peripheral vision, is just see that little red rev indicator, and that way you won't do what I just did. By looking at the gauge and crashing. Alright, so clearly guys, I'm not pumping out any decent times here. But this, wow. This could be, you know, this is where it can get a little bit more challenging, right? Drifting, changing gear. You know, when you come off, hit those rails, then you have that opportunity to get that gear down, get a little bit more speed. And clearly not showing it like a professional would, but still having fun. And that for me is the name of the game. We're going to make this through here. Yes. So much fun. It's so much fun. It gets pretty tight here. Just a little too many shifts. And funnily enough, like this shift lever is this little short throw shifter, and very different to the dynamics of a Daytona shifter, which is very satisfying, a real Daytona shifter, which is why you got to have the cabinet. And this little guy, this little short shifter, is pretty cool. Very different, but very nice. And that's where we're going to leave that one. So you guys, I'm pretty sure you OutRun 2 people out there can do better than that. But I'm liking it, eh? Really liking it. It's still, you know, the original OutRun is still so good to play, and yet this is as well. So I'm so happy to have both of them. All right, what are we going to do this time? Maybe we should probably do the F40, huh? And we want to go manual.
Transmission.
And we'll go all the way out to the OutRun mode 15 continuous course. And let's see how far. Let's go to the 80s tracks. Let's do, yeah, give this one, give it a try. So continuous, guys. This is very, very cool. So let's see how far we can go. How far are you going to take me? I'll try and shut up a little bit, guys, to just enjoy the racing, the scenery. And it's very satisfying. Drift between the cars. Go the hard way. I think there's no hard way. Even though it has the split here, it just goes to the next stage, of course, and continuous. Shame there's not a camera pointed at my face at the moment, because I've just got this big smile. The sound sounds so good with these speakers, hey? It's so much better than those original ones. I've almost forgotten. Almost forgotten about the gears until I thought about them and then crashed. But once it starts getting windier, that's where I'll have to start thinking again. Girlfriend's happy. I haven't got the sound cranked right up at the moment, guys, but when I do, the subwoofer, where it's placed under the seat there, gives a nice little bit of feedback, which is nice. Alrighty, building up sweat. And the game setting is on normal, so it does have different difficulty settings that you can set up. So again, like if you get really, really good at this game, dial up the difficulty. If you think it's too easy, or if it's too hard. On normal, I haven't got through the 15 tracks yet. And so that's how I like to keep it. Give me a good challenge. And it's a game that you can just get in the zone. Eh? It's weird. It's sort of like a lot of concentration, but at the same time it feels really cruisy because of its drifting stuff, which you can really control nicely. And yet you've got to be conscious of the clock always. I'm starting to lose a bit of time. In there a bit, and I should have changed. Quite a bit of large gearing between those two top gears too, so you can get sort of stuck in fourth down low, and it sort of strings out. If that makes any sense. Probably not. 8. No, not going to get there, are we? Why? Like right at the end. It's funny too because OutRun, the original, guys, just stops something like that when you run out. It's not like just like it cruises on, it just lets the car carry on and it comes up game over softly. It's just like game over. Well, mate, that is, it's just awesome. Okay, you've seen OutRun, you've seen it plenty of times. Awesome fun. Let's finish up. So guys, there you have it. What do you think? It's absolutely outstanding. I'm so happy that I now have OutRun 2 in the lineup as well. What an absolute classic game. Make sure you go check it out on the consoles if you can't get yourself a machine in the house or have one locally that you can play. It is a brilliant game on the PS3. Get on the Xbox, the PC as well. They are out of circulation though, so you sort of got to be a bit lucky there. You can check eBay as well for those. It's just it's a great fun game that again just picks up on all the original stuff. I say it again and again. It's perfection. You think about a sequel of a game, often things fall short and you like the original more than the Race Driver Grid actually reminds me of that. I love that original Race Driver Grid and all the drifting. Had the good old Toyota Sora in that, of course, which is also my car in real life, my other car there, and it was great fanging that around and just getting to that whole drifting mode, similar to this sort of feel. Better from the drifting point of view. But anyway, OutRun 2, oh my god. I just don't know, guys. I don't know if I want to keep doing these impromptu pickups though. That just not planned. It's not even on the horizon to pick up. I'm looking at these good price stuff, and maybe that's the wrong angle. I need to be focusing on what I actually want here. I just can't keep getting more and more cabs, knowing that I've got a lot of those cabs off site as well. Someone's looking after quite a few cabs of mine. Big props and thanks to them, and it doesn't seem right that I'm sort of bringing in more while I've got my cabs sitting at someone else's house with the overflow. Got to sort that out someday, guys. I don't know when. when I think about it. I just want to play some games. So anyway, guys, that's it. Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is out this week. So excited about that. You should be too. Go check it out. Well worth buying. This huge amount of innovation that they've done there with all the artificial intelligence, you know, the fully mapped world and every single building rendered in 3D wherever you are on the globe. It's mind-boggling what they've done with that. So I'm definitely going to get into a bit of flight sim. A lot of other stuff. I've got videos planned. Yeah, there's a lot going on. Make sure you hop on the Discord forum, be part of the chat sequence that's going on there. There's a lot more people, well over 100 regulars on there. To get on there, links are down below. Subscribe, like, and if you want, please feel free to support the channel through Patreon or direct through PayPal. I won't get a cent from this video because I used the original Sammy soundtrack, but I had to have that soundtrack for that. I heard that soundtrack, guys, on the way home, and I kid you not, that came on the radio, and a whole flock of like seagulls just flew past, and it was an OutRun 2 moment. It was just like, I had to do it. So it was a sign. So I'll forego the revenue on that. But yeah, if you support the channel, really do appreciate it. And everyone that has supported for so long now, again, thank you. It means a lot, and it definitely does help. So guys, that's it for me. I definitely want to play some more OutRun 2, of course. For that, I'm going to need some coinage. Got a 20, bro?
Fight like a robot.